From year to year, month to month, week to week, and day to day, people across the world are obsessed with the phenomenon that is professional wrestling. But why? 101 reasons to love professional wrestling. There are many components of professional wrestling that should be both understood and celebrated, in no particular order.
Fighting all over. Not all wars are fought on the battlefield. It is not uncommon for a fight to not be in a structured environment. We all know wrestling excels in the four-sided ring. This is a standard that needs to remain for pro wrestling to, quite frankly, be pro wrestling. Without the four-sided ring, it's merely a badly acted action movie. Still, it's not hard to love well-built matches and rivalries that go the extra distance. In instances like these, it is not unheard of for a fight to end up, or even start, outside of the ring. The Falls Count Anywhere match makes the notion of fighting outside of the confines of the ring into an actual match stipulation. The roots of this match type goes back to at least the 1970s, but there is much debate about the first of its kind. There were performers like Bruiser Brody that would have wild brawls that would spill out to the ringside area. As soon as the televised approach to professional wrestling came into play, there has always been a fair share of backstage attacks that have left many rivals laying. This story arc building contraption is now a commonality of the presentation. In the modern landscape of wrestling, performers almost always take their fight to ringside. But over the years, it's not uncommon to see a fight in the crowd, in the stands, on the entrance ramp, or in random hallways. Fighting all over peaked on a mainstream level and was very common when the WWF had the hardcore title, where fights would go into random locations like outside the arena, in lakes, in bars, or even in parking lots. In the late 1980s, Antonio Inoki and Masa Saito had a crazy rivalry that capped off with a crazy match concept. The two would square off in an island death match, a match where the two battled for over 2 hours on a legendary deserted island. In March of 1995, WCW's uncensored pay-per-view featured a King of the Road match between Dustin Reynolds and Blacktop Bully in the back of a moving vehicle. Then, at SummerSlam in 1996, the WWF saw The Undertaker take on Mankind in the iconic Boiler Room Brawl that started in the Boiler Room and went all throughout the backstage area on their way to the ring. There have been Hollywood backlot brawls, empty arena matches, and final deletions. There are many more examples of scrapping and obscure scenery, but one very entertaining instance stands out to most longtime fans. In December of 2001, the concept of brawling in obscure locations was taken to the next level. On a very memorable episode of SmackDown, Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin would brawl it out in a California grocery store. Yes, a grocery store. The two battled all over the store, giving the fans a true blue light special, while giving the clerks a bit to clean up on all the aisles. Every match doesn't need to be settled in this manner. A great match inside of the ring is always what will garner the most for the art form. But a great brawl is always going to be a great brawl, no matter where it is.